Hey, this is Robert from Thorn Technologies, here with another StorageLink video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through deploying StorageLink into Google Cloud with an HA setup. So here's a generic HA diagram that sort of represents what we're going to deploy. We're going to use GDM, Google Deployment Manager, to deploy this infrastructure. We're going to have instances of StorageLink deployed into multiple subnets, and they're going to be in an auto-scaling group. They'll be fronted by a load balancer, and then these two VMs will talk to the same SQL database, which is Postgres. And then when a web user logs in, they can upload a file, and then that file will be redirected to either one of these VMs, and the file will eventually end up in Google Cloud Storage, whatever location that is configured for this user. So this is the overall infrastructure that we are deploying. And the way we're going to deploy this is using the command line. At the end of the day, we're going to use the gcloud deployment manager command to deploy a new stack, and we're going to pass in a config file, and this config file is going to be these lines, which will point to our GDM template hosted in our cloud storage. And I will walk you through these, bash commands to deploy the stack. Once it's deployed, we're going to log in and verify that we are running StorageLink version 103. Okay, so let's get started. First off, you're going to have to log into the Google Cloud console, and up on the top right there is this Cloud Shell icon, and then it'll open up this drawer from the bottom where it'll give you a Cloud Shell where you could run bash commands without having to have a Mac or spin up a Linux server. So here I am in my project in Cloud Shell, and I'm just going to run down these bash commands one after the other. So first off, I'm going to create a new directory. Okay. So first off, I'm going to make a new directory to keep my stuff separate from everything else. And then I'm going to cd into this directory, and then there's nothing in it. Next, I'm going to create a YAML file, and this YAML file is going to contain some configuration that we need, some properties that we're going to pass in, such as highly available true. And we are going to point to this GCS location, which contains our template. So this template is for StorageLink version 103. And the properties that we're going to pass is this HA flag, which is set to true, and then a list of IP addresses. This IP is the public IP that I'm at right now. And this IP range is for the Google Console SSH browser tool. This IP range allows Google Cloud to SSH into your instances. So I'm going to save by hitting escape, :WQ. So now we have a text file, a config file, and then next we're going to run this command here. This is gcloud deployment manager deployments create. This is just the name of the deployment. I'm calling it Rob StorageLink demo. You're going to change this to your own deployment name. And then we're going to pass in the parameter -- config and then the file that we just created, which will point to the GDM template. So I'll pause the video and then we'll come back when everything is deployed. Okay, it looks like it finished, and you're going to see a whole bunch of output. I'll scroll up to show all of the output here. And a lot of this output is just saying that specific resources are completed. In order to get detailed information about the stack, we're going to run a separate command, this one here. Instead of performing a deployment, instead we're going to describe this stack. And the full command, if I scroll to the right, is all of this. What it does is it'll run gcloud deployment manager manifests describe, and then the deployment name, which is the stack that I just deployed. And then we're going to spit it out in JSON format. And then we're going to pipe this into a Python command, importing JSON, and it will, I guess, parse the response a little bit. So let's go ahead and run this and see what it does. So this is the full command. And then when I run it, it's going to output a whole bunch of output here. And the main piece of information that we care about is this VM external IP, which is fairly close to the top in this outputs section. And we have a public IP here, which is the entry point into our deployed stack. Also, other things to note, you've got your admin username and your admin password here. This is just a temporary stack. I'm going to delete it later. But for our purposes, if I wanted to log in, I can use these credentials. One thing to note, though, for this particular version of StorageLink, version 103, this template, I had actually disconnected these admin username and password values from being injected into the instances. This is something that we're working on as one of the bug fixes, and this should be fixed by the time the knowledge base is published. But for now, since I'm not injecting the admin credentials, you're going to go through this first time launch screen where you define the initial admin account. So I'm going to just create an admin user, admin, the password. Okay, now that I created the initial admin user, StorageLink is asking me to enter these credentials that I just created to log in. So admin. Okay, it looks like it let me in. I'm logged in as admin, and my version of StorageLink is version 1.0.3. Hopefully this video is helpful in walking you through deploying StorageLink in an HA configuration using GDM. All right, thanks for watching.